In previous videos, we've demonstrated how the list control in the UX component can be virtualized, which allows you to work with very large data sets without affecting performance. So you can see that we have a simple UX component here with a list control that's currently empty, and we're going to generate some random data. So let's click this button over here to generate 10,000 rows of random data. And now we're going to populate the virtualized list, which you can see is instantaneous. And now let's say we'd like to move around this very large list quickly. So I'm going to just drag on the scroller here, and you can see this is telling me where I would be if I were to stop dragging right now. So if I were to stop dragging right now, I'd be on list row 4,448. So there we are, row 4,448. Now let's say I'd like to go to the end of the list, and there we have list row number 10,000. So we've moved from the first row to the last row with very quickly using the scroller. So let's move all the way back to the top now. So now we're back to row 1. So now let's clear the list and now go to 100,000 rows. So I'm going to generate 100,000 rows of random data now. So that's been generated. And now populate the list. So you can see that the list takes a little bit longer to populate. But now if I want to move to the last row in the list, I can just drag on the scroller, and here we are. We've moved instantly to row 100,000 in the list. So the scroller is a great new addition to the list control when you're working with virtualized data to allow you to move around very large lists quickly. However, the scroller is not limited to virtualized lists. You can add a scroller to non-virtualized lists as well, and you have full control over the text that shows up in that window that appears when the scroller is visible. So let's go back to the builder now and see how we did that. So here's our list control, and you can see that in the list properties here we have dynamic turned on for the virtualization type. And then we've gone to the list scroller section, and we've said that this list has a scroller and that the message template is company name. So in this case we're working with a list here that is based on Northwind data. But if we were to go back to our original list over here, we can go here and we can see that the list scroller here is using field 1 from the list of columns. So we're basically going to just display field 1. Let's go here, dash, and then also display, say, field 2 over there. So now if we go back and save this and then run it and generate the data, populate the list now, and now scroll here, we can see that basically what we're getting is field 1 and field 2 in our scroller. So now let's go back to this demo over here, which is based on a Northwind customer data, and in this particular case we said that our scroller contains the company name field. So we'll go now and run it in the browser. And now when we pull on our scroller, we can see the company name field being displayed. So there we go. Let's stop, and you can see that we've set focus to the appropriate row. So the ability to quickly navigate through a list using a scroller is a great new addition to the list control in the UX component. Thanks very much for watching.